getting back to Bluey, I did mention this earlier on when I was talking about Encanto. Bluey is a big success for the BBC. The Guardian, I've going back to the computer, although I can't connect the computer to the desk at the moment, it's working in terms of X, social media. So I've tweeted a link to a Guardian report, which is interesting anyway, because it talks about Bluey, that's Bluey, a big success. The BBC's regarding it. Each episode may only last 7 minutes, but the bite-sized length has not held back. Endless money-spinning opportunities for the BBC. So you can find Guardian stories about all the dangers of social media and the screen, and how schools are confiscating mobile phones and all of this sort of thing. But Bluey seems to have broken through. So not only is the BBC very happy about Bluey, but the Guardian is reporting it as a success story. Maybe the Guardian will turn to podcasting. If they had a really big success, I think they're doing a football podcast at the moment. Maybe they do themselves as a success story as well. I was talking earlier on of just how online learning becomes acceptable, and this could be a route to it, because if there's a whole generation of people, they're talking about Bluey as an adult brand. Where can I find this? So it's later on in this. No, I can't find the quote at the moment. But they're talking about expanding Bluey as an adult brand, and they're very happy with the numbers of viewers they're getting in the younger age groups. But they think, oh yes, they are now clear on the next target, turning Bluey from one of the world's top preschool favourites to an all-encompassing lifestyle brand for all ages. So that's interesting, because if they're going to do that, that includes school ages and university ages. So the recruitment put out by different universities is going to have to cover the same media outlets that Bluey and other similar shows are available on, you would think. Hashtag higher ed is well worth following. That has an aspect on this. And also, this is the drama show, by the way. I haven't forgotten that that's what this show is about. So Bluey is going to be a stage show. It's going to be in the UK later this year. I think it's in London over Christmas, New Year. But it gets to Torquay towards the end of January. And also, the Northcott has Miss Rachel. Fun for little ones, a tribute to Miss Rachel. That's quite soon, 25th of October, 12 o'clock. And it's 90 minutes, including an interval. Suitable for all ages, including babies and toddlers. But that's another generation that's going to be... On the Today programme, not long ago, this week I think, they were talking about the dangers of phones and tablets, and how it would be much better if during this summer holiday all the kids were watching television. I don't know if they'll carry on with this. If the BBC get a few more global hits, they will talk about what's going on, presumably, and theatres need events that people want to go to. So Ms Rachel in Exeter and Bluey in Torquay. I haven't played any Hamilton this week, but I probably will over July and August, and that's only the start of it. Musicals are obviously one way forward for theatre that connects with radio or social media, or bits of sound, bits of music. But I think it appears these spin-overs from what the BBC is now promoting, that's going to work for theatre as well. I do realise there is danger in social media, and people need to be careful, and the same goes for schools. But I just think, on balance, schools could be finding ways of working with whatever people are finding on their phones. That's part of the discussion. There could be around BET, for example. I'm going to try and contact Russell Prue. I know he's not strictly part of BET Radio, or BET Radio is not existing anymore, but I'm sure he's going to be doing something between now and January, and he very often follows the same pattern as the BBC and has discussion on how to control web access, all the difficulties of it. I think he could do more about what the possible benefits might be. That's just my impression of it. But we'll see what sort of discussions we can have between now and January. I'm thinking that January is a good time to aim at for this discussion, because of Bluey getting to Torquay, and presumably Bluey's the reporting on Bluey is still going to be positive. Whether YouTube will get a mention at BET, I'm not sure, but that's something I would hope for. Certainly last year, Google did show how you could put a YouTube video into a page without all the advertising and the suggestions and so forth. You can put it into Google Classroom, or different ways of presenting information as a teacher would want it, and presumably that will have gone a bit further. So I think we'll try and think about January as a time when all these ideas might have shifted a little bit further. The one thing I will mention is that for dangers, there's another one about a pig that is very dangerous, because there's all kinds of pirated video which appears to be about the same characters, but there's zombies and all kinds of other things which turn up as well. So just be careful what access viewers do have, because some of it's definitely not suitable.